with a new Shovel Knight version coming out with the Switch, we gotta sort all these out.
Let's sort it out. We like Shovel Knight a lot. Respect Yacht Club games and stuff. But this is a Kickstarter that did a lot better than they expected it to.
Mm-hmm.
They got a ton of backers, and the scope kept growing with stretch goals.
Yes.
And they're delivering on their promises. They're taking a while to do so.
Mm-hmm.
But as the console generations shift in the midst of all of this, it's getting quite insane.
There's so many different versions, and it's not like it's Shovel Knight and Shovel Knight 2.
Yeah.
No. It is Shovel Knight and then Shovel Knight Plague of Shadows,
right,
which it made our 2015 Indie Game of the Year, I believe. And it's just like...
Yeah.
they just keep, doing different main characters in this, and so there's not a direct sequel, but there's so many versions, and there's more versions to come out.
Yep.
That we got to just sit down and show the differences.
And if you're watching this and you might feel like, I played Shovel Knight once, I had fun, but this is getting crazy, it's easier just to ignore.
Yes.
Stick with us because we did as much research as possible. Even Yacht Club's own blog post about this is not what I would call clear.
No,
but
at all.
I think we have arranged the best source of information here, so stick with it. We're going to walk through the history of Shovel Knight up to today and the future. So,
starting with the original Shovel Knight.
In June of 2014. So, immediately, the versions had some differences.
Yes.
You got the 3DS one, I got the Wii U one. With your 3DS games, you got the exclusive Street Pass Arena ability.
Yes. I remember seeing it, and I think I tried it once, and it's just like,
yep.
Woo! If you're debating on which version is the best, 3DS version, probably not the best. Not that it's a bad game, but as far as superiority in versions go.
Yes, that'll become even clearer as we continue.
Yes.
But for now, an amiibo came out, the Shovel Knight amiibo.
Yes.
And if you use that on your 3DS version, you get challenges and gear. The Wii U exclusive was that you were able to leave messages to other players. Never used that. Kind of the Miiverse message in a bottle kind of deal.
Right.
If you use the amiibo for Wii U, you get co-op mode, which is a pretty cool exclusive. Cool. Challenges and gear. So Wii U comes out a little bit further ahead.
Yes.
And then Plague of Shadows comes out in September 2015. This was a free update to people who bought the original game.
Yes,
you just
indeed.
Updated it, and you decided if you want to play Shovel Knight or Plague of Shadows.
Yes, and
did you get pretty far in that?
Yes, I beat it, and it was because it was worth playing, and it had an even better story. It was kind of the same levels, but completely different character.
Right,
made it a completely unique experience.
Yeah.
But before we move on, in the original version, there were even more versions that weren't on Nintendo consoles.
Oh yeah, we don't have time for that.
Oh jeez.
What? Do you have a note?
Okay, yes, I have a note. So the PS3 or PS4 version and the Xbox One version, they had their own special bosses and equipment. So the PlayStation players got Kratos to fight against and special Kratos gear that did really cool stuff. And then the PlayStation or the Xbox One players got to go against the Battletoads and got their own special gear.
Yeah, that's true, Simeon.
And another interesting fact that I came across, not even while researching this episode, but during the same time period where I was researching episodes, Baz, the weird wrestler-looking guy with the whip, I don't know if you remember him.
Okay.
He is one of the bosses in this game. He was actually meant to be in a Street Fighter game a long time ago. So? And he just had this weird cult following, even though he was never actually made into a character.
Wow.
And he finally made it into Shovel Knight.
That's so cool.
Anyway.
So with Plague of Shadows, that kind of catches us all up to kind of where we are today.
Yes.
So, Specter of Torment is a spring 2017 release. This will be a free update to people who bought the original Shovel Knight game. Body swap mode, which was one of the Kickstarter stretch goals that we unlocked,
Yes.
is being released alongside this for Shovel Knight's campaign.
Yes.
I think that means when you're not playing Plague of Shadows or Specter of Torment, you can choose to do body swap. I think that's what it means.
I think so too. And the body swap is like Shield Knight becomes a dude, and Shovel Knight becomes a woman.
All the genders,
all the genders swapped
of the
main cast.
Yeah, so Shovel Knight is more like
all dainty.
You know, yeah. So that's happening. Specter of Torment is coming to Switch first.
Yes.
For $10. So if you want to play the original Shovel Knight game you bought, you can play Specter of Torment. If you want to play
just Specter of
Torment, you buy it on Switch for $10, then later it'll come to the competing systems and maybe some legacy systems.
And just to get some clarifications, in this version of the game, you're playing as
Specter Knight.
Yeah.
And he does like diagonal slashes.
Yeah, he does.
He's crazy.
Shoots across
Runs
the
up
screen.
walls, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, so then some changes are happening in spring of 2017. So Shovel Knight is getting the subtitle Shovel of Hope.
So kind of like Star Wars, A New Hope. The original gets renamed.
That's really funny.
Shovel of Hope.
That's awesome.
It's no longer Shovel Knight.
It's gonna start being sold by itself. The expansion campaigns, which the games that we bought are being updated with, they're gonna start being sold by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And the new complete package compilation is going to be called Shovel Knight Treasure Trove.
So Treasure Trove will have all 3 versions, whereas in spring you're going to be buying them individually otherwise.
Right.
But up to this point, early adopters are getting all 3 of those experiences who have already gotten the original.
Yes,
on the older consoles.
It's as if early adopters got Treasure Trove, and that's fine. I kind of agree with this business practice. I do wish that it was a lot more clear. Yes. But I think it's okay to reward your loyal first-time buyers and raise prices as you go. That's fine. I'm not going to complain about that. They're still working on this game that came out in 2014. They gotta make money.
Yeah.
So, original purchases are being updated to Treasure Trove. The Wii U exclusive co-op mode, which you can only unlock using that amiibo, is now coming to all platforms, and that's a spring 2017 change. I guess it was a timed exclusive or whatever. Everything's getting this except for 3DS and Vita.
So you're not going to be able to do it handheld. That's understandable.
Yeah, and I agree because they said it's local multiplayer only when you can plug multiple controllers into the system. So that's why it's skipping those platforms.
Yes.
Simeon, tell us what's happening later in 2017.
So later in 2017, we're getting another campaign, which is King Knight's campaign. So those of you who have been waiting for a Shovel Knight sequel, you're out of luck because we still have another version coming out. King Knight, one of the other characters.
On their FAQ, it said, why don't you make a new game? And they're like, these are new games.
But we want the original character in the new game. Anyway, these games are great. Up to this point, we've had, no reason to complain about anything because they're wonderful games. It's going to be a standalone game, and if you have Treasure Trove, it's going to be free.
Yes.
But it's going to be its own game that's coming out, and it's going to have a battle mode.
No, well, yes, but that's kind of a separate.
Oh, that's separate.
It's a separate later in 2017 thing.
Okay,
is that battle mode is coming. Which is up to 4 players.
4 players.
Again, no 3DS or Vita. So you got your co-op, which is if you want to play with 1 person, then you're going to have battle mode, which you can play with 4 people.
That's going to be fun. So these are the versions that we know about. So there are console exclusive. There are progressively updated ones. There are ones that you're going to have to, on later consoles, buy by themselves or buy as a collection and then get free updates later on. Whereas if you buy them individually, you won't get those new campaigns for free.
Simeon, don't make my head explode, okay?
Yeah, we've already done that to our viewers.
And if you bought the Shovel Knight amiibo for, the Wii U exclusive co-op mode, then, oh well, at least it still looks cool.
Yes.
So, there you go. The separate campaigns they're telling us are for the people that, maybe they bought the original, but they want to continue playing on their new consoles that they're buying. And that's one of the things that's complicating this game so much, is that it has to keep up with the new consoles, but there's really no way to say, I bought this on 3DS, so it should be free on Switch.
Right.
So if you and I wanted to play the new campaigns on our new consoles or whatever,
you'd have to buy it.
We can pay the $10 instead of the full $25 or whatever.
That's true.
So I can't believe Yacht Club is doing it. They're still servicing their backers, which is cool.
It's a unique approach to this that we haven't really seen from other developers, which is good for them.
So hopefully that clears some things up.
I hope so.
If you have further questions, let us know in the comments. I don't want to steal your line or anything, but thanks for being a part of the crew.
Don't forget to leave your comments about what you're confused about and how this hopefully has cleared up the confusion.
Yeah, and also which campaigns have you played?
Yes.
Are you planning on checking out Shovel Knight for the first time or anything like that?
Because if you are, then you should do it.
If you should, then
then you are.
See you guys next time.
Signing out.